Burgers are an iconic part of the Australian barbecue repertoire, but not many people actually make them from scratch. This is my recipe that I've made, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is. So we better turn the clocks back a bit. "500 grams of regular beef mince, half a slice of bacon diced, finely chopped coriander, good handful, finely diced or crushed garlic, 1 clove, half a small brown onion, finely diced or crushed, breadcrumbs, 1 egg, salt, and half a shot of ground black pepper. I'm also adding 2 iconic sauces which make a big difference to the flavour: Worcestershire sauce, HP sauce. You don't have to be too precious about this, so beef mince in, onion in, garlic in, bacon in, so all the wet stuff, just avoiding putting the egg in straight away, and the breadcrumbs. So they're used to thicken it up and get it to bind together. Once you've got that fairly even consistency with all the stuff, I'm gonna start sprinkling. I've got a fly in my salt, that's not good. But Mr. Fly, fairly decent amount of salt, half a shot of ground black pepper. So the egg is essentially your binding agent, helps keep it all together when you're grilling. Dash of Worcestershire, squirt of HP, and see how that's looking pretty wet and sloppy now. Breadcrumbs help bring it back to a nice workable consistency, not too wet. Hold up, got visitors again. See what's happening. Park ranger. I think they've gotten used to me now. All by myself today, so I've split it into 2, taking half home. I've been mucking around with a technique called cold smoking. So this is a single bit of lump charcoal. I'm going to light it, and then this is some beautiful ancient red gum sawdust, and I'm going to cover it on top. So the idea is I want this to smoulder away and smoke, and I'm going to put the burger above it, but I don't want it to get too hot. So it's just a single bit smouldering away. I'm going to leave it for about an hour. The easiest way to light a single bit of charcoal is with a butane torch. You want to make sure it's white hot, otherwise it'll extinguish, and although a lot of the sawdust is going to fall through, I've left it on the mesh, so there's still a little bit of oxygen getting to it from underneath. So I'm going to put a couple of handfuls of this stuff on, and that'll start smoking away. Burger on the top. And another use I've found for the Bedourie oven is to put this on top to try and trap a bit of the smoke so that not as much is escaping. You need to do this on a cool day or first thing in the morning. Direct sun is not going to be good for it. You really need the meat to be kind of, less than basically 10 degrees, 10 to 15 degrees. You wouldn't want it much more than that. You get bacteria starting to grow and it starts to become a health hazard. And you'll see I'm going to cook this immediately, but I wouldn't go and do this at ambient temperature for an hour or so and then put it back in the fridge and cook later. You do it straight away. If you're doing it right, there's not actually much to see. You'll see the smouldering happen, but you just want that steady trickle of smoke coming up. It works much better in a really enclosed environment like a Weber kettle like I've got at home, but I'm just tinkering with this. I think it'll still work out pretty good. Thought I'd put some sunscreen on while I wait. UV's starting to pick up again. I'm actually about 1/16 Persian. You can probably tell from my olive complexion. Lighting the charcoal about 20 to 30 minutes before I want to start cooking it. This Redgum charcoal doesn't take long at all. Not used to it, only took about 10 minutes. Now for the other secret ingredient. Got a lump of ancient red gum, the same stuff the sawdust is made of. So that can go on the side and cinder away. I might lift that up, otherwise that's gonna flame. Looking good. I didn't plan this too well. I've got the smoke blowing straight in my face. Yeah, it's really good. It's quite windy, the wind's picked up. I wasn't expecting this. I probably should have picked a more sheltered spot. You want regular beef mince that's got about 20% of visible white fat in the mince, and that's what gives you a really delicious flavour. And I find that if you do it like that, you don't even need to use oil or anything on the grill. I think I'll continuously flip this rather than one side at a time. It's good. I might bring it down nice and close to it because the wind's picked up. Losing a bit of heat, I think. The red gum smoke smells so good. Get the garlic and the onion and the coriander, yum. I use gidgee mostly for the cooking I've done on the channel, but I've done some reading, some research, and I reckon that red gum's a more sustainable fuel rather than cutting down gidgee trees. So where possible, I'm going to experiment with different woods. It lights much faster, burns hot, burns fast, so it's not a lasting heat, so it's perfect for grilling like this though. When you smoke meat, when you're cooking, it only penetrates a little bit, so when people talk about the smoke ring with smoking food, that's as far as the smoke penetrates. Whereas if you do it at ambient temperature when the food's not cooked, you can get a really nice smoky flavour throughout the whole cut of meat. And this is how they do things like smoked salmon. You can even smoke cheeses, all sorts of stuff. So something I've been messing around with. I really need to do a comparison though, like one that's with and one's without, just to make sure that I'm not just placebo affecting myself and conning myself into thinking that it's making a difference, but it's not. But I reckon it does. I reckon it does make a difference. It's starting to look real good now. So what I'm going to do is rest this for a sec while I prep the other stuff. Burger bun with sesame seeds on it. Truss tomato. What I'm going to do, get rid of part of it and then cut it in half like that. And I'm going to grill those bits. Use whatever cheese you want. I like tasty cheese on burgers most of the time, so 2 slices of tasty cheese. Extra cheese. This is going on. Open the grill basket. Take the lid off. So, as you can see, most of it's stayed where I want it. Yum. Oh, so good. My 2 bits of tomato going on. 1, 2. And I'm going to put the cheese on the burger, like so. And I'm lightly going to toast that as well. All right, bread done. Tongs and the burger. Yeah, buddy. Yep, it's come off in one bit, just like I wanted. And on. So, get to the point here where the skin's starting to fall off. That's when you know you're getting close. You've really softened up the flesh of the tomato. Tomato's looking good. I'm actually gonna crush this tomato, like so. Basically creating my own tin of diced tomatoes, but it's fresh. When you cook tomato like this, it gets this delicious sweetness that you just don't get when it's raw. One delicious burger with a fat patty on it. And then I'm gonna scoop this tomato on, this tomato goo. About that much, I reckon. And then this, I'm going to finish it off with some smoky chipotle barbecue sauce. So a bit of kick to it. This is from a local manufacturer in Melbourne, little craft sauce maker named Smit, Smit's Chilli. Shake some of that on. Sauce and the tomato, whatever sauce you're using, that's why I put the tomato on the top, so it's sort of the sweetness of the tomatoes and the sauce, it all comes together. All right, let's have a look. Not the most extravagant meal that I've done, but that looks pretty good. Yep, it's bloody good. That's a lot of pepper, so if you don't want that explosive pepper, then less pepper. The coriander can be a bit divisive. People love or hate it, but it works really well with beef when it's cooked. That chili sauce is binding with the tomato. Just so good. By dicing up the bacon in the burger mix rather than putting bacon on top, just brings out this other dimension of flavour. Really all this is regular beef mince, an egg and breadcrumbs. And anything you do to season it is up to you. But this works really well, so I recommend trying it this way. If you've liked this video and you want to see the channel succeed, please press like, and if you want to see this bozo in the bush again, please subscribe for more videos. Stopped here to save this little guy. He had his head out before. I don't think he's in a good way. Hope you're alright, buddy. Good luck. Go forth.